Okay, so before we begin the movement practice, we need to think about our postural positioning throughout all of these exercises. So what we're going to do is just line you up from feet right through to the head in sequence. Okay, so if you bend your knees up to that start position, place your feet hip distance apart. When we're working with the feet, we need to try and think about placing the big toe joints down to the ground so that the longitudinal arch down the inside line of the foot is lengthened, okay, but slightly lifted. So basically when people pronate onto the inside of their feet, the big toe joint does not play the role that it should be. We need to also think about the transverse arch across the width of the foot being nice and open so that the toes feel placed in an open position. Next, onto your ankles and knees. So the ankles should be roughly balanced in line with the center of the foot so that there's not any sort of jamming on either side. The knee joint should navigate over the center of the foot so that the kneecap can track up and down the thigh in line. Okay, so we do that whenever we're doing our leg movements. Just think about that kneecap sliding up and down. Hip joint should be in line with the center of the knee and the foot as well. So everything just tracks as it's designed to do. Next, pelvic positioning. We try and think about the two frontal hip joints and the pubic symphysis being in a very straight plane parallel to the ground. So basically, if you tilt your pelvis back and forth, so forward tilt means that the back is way too arched, too much stress on the lower back musculature, the abs have released, then backward tilt to an imprinted position, you'll feel that the back is way too flat there. Then place roughly a halfway tilt between those 2 points, and you have a balanced central position, sensing that you could balance a glass on your low abdominals, okay? Rib cage next, that should be in line roughly with the pelvic positioning, not too extended up, so that the obliques can stabilize the space, the joint space between the last rib and the top of your pelvic position. So we're just trying to think there, just placing it very sort of naturally down, no tension in the mid-spine. Arms, insides of the arms should face towards the body so that the arms are lengthened down towards the ground, shoulders away from the ears. Hands nice and wide, replicating the position of the foot, so nice and wide fingers. Shoulder blades down away from the ears, neck lengthened so that the neck flexors and extensors are not under any stress, okay? So try and think about the base of your skull, the occipital bones being extended back gently towards the wall behind you. Great, so that's us in balance. Okay, now the main type of breathing we do is called the lateral breath, where we breathe into the side of the rib cage using the intercostal muscles to expand the ribs out to the side. And then basically when you exhale, the rib cage will feel like it's just softening down, and you'll contract the inner abdominals towards the spine to feel that you're stabilizing that very neutral curve. So there won't be any change whatsoever when you contract your abdominals in your structural positioning, okay? So take a nice wide in-breath through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Imagine you're blowing through a tube, feel the abdomen draw down back towards the spine, rib cage soft, chest soft as well. And again, take a nice wide inhalation, drawing the ribs out to the side. You can let the abdomen go slightly on the in-breath because it shouldn't be restrictive, and exhale, melt the rib cage down, contract the abdominals back towards the spine. And again, breathe in as wide as you can into those intercostals, exhale through the mouth, feel those low abdominals contract, stabilizing that very neutral position. Great. So now we can start to move, okay? So we're going to bring the arms in first, okay? So all we do is we take a wide in-breath and then exhale, contract the space between the ribs and pelvis as we take the arms over the head, focusing on keeping that very neutral position here. Strong obliques in this position. Take a wide in-breath there, exhale, bring the arms back over. Okay, so we're keeping this position very stable. And again, breathe in, take the arms up to shoulder level now, and exhale, take them over the head, contract low into your center, feel the gap between the ribs and pelvis strong, abdomen flat. Breathe in there, exhale, keeping the shoulder blades flat to the rib cage, pull the arms down, using the muscles underneath your arms. Okay, so we're using the wide lats here. Breathe in, take arms up to shoulder level, exhale, take them over the head, drawing low into your center, Feel the stabilization of the torso here. Breathe in, then exhale, bring the arms back over, fingers wide, stabilizing every position that we set up initially. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, take arms up to shoulder level. Exhale, take them over the head, draw low into your center, nice and stable in that torso. Great. Breathe in, exhale, bring arms back over. That's great, and we'll do 1 more of those. Inhale, take arms up, shoulder blades flat, connect with what's happening in the shoulder blades as well. Shoulders away from the ears when you take the arms over the head, so there's no shrugging in that position. Breathe in there, exhale, bring the arms back over. Great. Okay, now we go into an opposite arm, opposite leg bug. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of coordination movement here, but we're still very stable in your low center. Okay, so breathe in to prepare, then exhale, extend the right arm and left leg out, slide it along the floor simultaneously. Keeping strong in that center, don't tip to one side. Hold on the in-breath, exhale, bring arm and leg back to that start position, focusing on what's happening in that torso. Great. Breathe in, exhale, left arm extends, right leg extends. Sliding the kneecap up the thigh as you extend it. Breathe in, exhale, draw low into your center, return. Feel that stabilization. That's great. And again, breathe in, exhale, extend. Right arm, feel what you're doing while you do it, so you make sure that everything is sensed, within this torso area. Breathe in, exhale, bring the arm back over. That's great, so there's no tipping of the waist to one side. Breathe in, exhale, left arm and right leg. Sliding the shoulder blade down here, we watch here that there's no change in the rib position. Breathe in there, exhale, bring it back over. So we're keeping everything really stretched out nice and long. That's great. Breathe in again, exhale, right arm, left leg. No tip into one side. So these 2 points here are very straight, but you've got a slide rule across there. Breathe in again, exhale, and keep it nice and balanced. The spirit level will keep everything balanced here. 1 more to the other side. Breathe in, exhale, stretch. So it's left arm and right leg. Extend as long as you can and keep this nice and balanced here. Great. Breathe in,